What's up, guys, and welcome back to Software Not Solutions. And today we're talking about Apex Legends' latest season with their latest battle pass. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Escape is here for Apex Legends, and obviously there's a new map, and it's actually really, really good. There's new battle passes, and the game looks really, really good. I actually sold my old account for $350. My old account was like level 400 and something. I didn't even reach level 500. But I had a few heirlooms and I sold my account. Now, I'm actually going to show you guys a FPS boost guide on the latest season right now, or with this Escape Battle Pass for people out there that's playing this game on Steam or on Origin, like me. I've been playing this game on Origin ever since this game was launched, and I've been playing it ever since on Origin. I know a lot of people do play this game on Steam because you might be only a Steam user and you don't use Origin, or you use Origin for other games, but you play Apex Legends through Steam itself. So this is for everyone out there that's playing it on Origin or on Steam. I'm going to show you guys the FPS boost guide for the latest season with latest battle pass and everything. Just to get this out there, what I did was I did sell my old account, and I got myself a new account. And I've been grinding this new account to get it to maybe again to level 400. It's going to take some time, but I'll get it there. As long as I keep playing, I'll just get it back there to where it's originally wanted to be. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, so now I want to show you guys something that my buddy was actually talking to me about. He said that, look, yo, dude, can't you make another video? He's actually in my Discord and we play a lot of games together. And we jumped into an Apex Legends game where we were playing ranked arenas and we were also playing just normal arena mode. And every time we were in the buy menu to buy your weapons, we were getting about 25 FPS, which is very, very bad. I mean, I was getting 25 FPS. With the machine that I'm running right now, I should not be doing 25 FPS. Now, I found a workaway around it. Not really a workaway around it, it's actually a fix. It helps with the FPS loss. All you need to do is follow my guidelines and you should be good to go and do exactly what I'm going to do right now. Now, this is what I did to get my Apex Legends FPS fixed. Okay? I was running 25 FPS in the arena mode when I was selecting guns. But when I'm done buying my guns and the game starts, my frames go back up to 144. Alright, so this is what I did. This is exactly what I did. I went to the start button, went to settings, went to update and security, and made sure my Windows is up to date. So I always check for updates on my Windows. Now, my Windows had a lot of updates. It had the 21H2 update with a lot of other things. There's optional ones that says download. Now, I highly recommend if you do see those ones, they download it, install it, and will ask you to restart your PC. My PC actually restarted 3 times after all the updates are done for my Windows. So if you haven't done that yet, make sure you go and do that. I highly recommend you to do that. All right, the next step that you're going to need to do is go to the privacy over here and scroll all the way down, and where it says background apps, just turn this off. You do not need it on. You don't want anything to run in the background. All right, once you're done with that, I highly recommend you do this for everyone out there that is having problems with this game and having FPS issues. Now, I did this and I tested it and it worked for me, which I'm hoping it's going to work for everyone out there that's going to watch this video or that's busy watching this video right now. All right, so you go to gaming and you're going to go to game mode. Now, this plays a big role on different computers, on different systems, whoever has what system. If you have an AMD system, Ryzen, Intel, doesn't really matter. Depends on the machine that you're running. If you're playing on a laptop, this is for all users out there. Laptop users, desktop users, gaming PC users, high-end gaming PC users, low-end gaming PC users, budget gaming PC users, mid-tier gaming PC users. It doesn't really matter. All right. All you need to do is just follow my guidelines. All right. This one over here, if you turn this on and you get more FPS in your game and it works for you, then I highly recommend putting this on. But if it doesn't work for you, if you put this on and you don't do any more FPS or you're doing less or whatever the case might be, just turn it off. I turn mine off because it absolutely does nothing for my gaming in none of my games. So I keep it off. Right. This one over here where it says personalize. I highly recommend you do this. Where it says colors, turn this to dark mode. A lot of people play their games or just use their PC in general in light mode. This uses resources of your RAM and your PC itself to have this effect. So I do recommend putting this at dark and then turning the transparency effect off and choosing a dark color, especially for people out there that's running your games, or you're playing your games on a laptop, this will use less resources of your RAM and your machine and will boost up your FPS. Not just your FPS, your game and your Windows will feel much smoother. All right, once you're done with that, you are going to go to the search button over here and you're going to type in run. You're going to type in shift 5 with the percentage symbol, type in temp and then shift 5 with the percentage symbol, just like this, and you press OK. You're going to click on anything inside here, press Control and A, highlight everything, right click on it and say delete. Once you're done with that, you're going to say do this for all current items and say skip because Windows is currently using these 4 files over here, and then you just close out of this, go to the recycling bin, say empty recycling bin and say yes. Once you're done with that, you go back here and type in run and you're going to type in prefetch, just like this. I showed this to my buddy, and after he's done this, or after he did all these little settings, he got his 144 FPS afterwards, and his game was running perfectly fine, and mine. I don't know why Apex Legends was doing that, but I also found out that you have to change settings inside the game, not just inside your Windows, but inside the game as well, to get the FPS that you should be running with the machine that you're running. Doesn't matter if you have a low-end gaming PC, mid-tier gaming PC, or a high-end gaming PC. Follow my guidelines and you should be good to go with this latest season and the latest map that's out right now, because I was losing frames. I don't know why. But ladies and gentlemen, this does work. I tested this out myself. My friend tested it out, so I had someone else test this with their machine. So it's not my own machine only, but it's a different machine also, and he's worked perfectly fine. All right, so then the next step you're going to need to do is go over here where the search button is and type in graphics settings, just like this, and go to graphics settings. All right, once it opens, you're going to go to browse and you're going to go and find where your Apex Legends is installed. Now I have my Origin games here and I go to Apex Legends. You are going to go to R5 Apex. You're going to go over here. It is the exe file. You're going to click on options and you're going to go to high performance and select the graphics card you are currently running. It doesn't matter if you're an AMD user or an NVIDIA user. Just click save and then close out of this. Once you're done with that, you go to the search button here and you're going to type in edit power plan, just like this, and you click on edit power plan. You're going to go to power options, and then from here, I highly recommend you change it to high performance. If you haven't done this already, I know a lot of people might have seen my other videos of Warzone FPS increases and stuff like that, where I've done this before. But if you're new to my YouTube channel and you're only watching this video right now, and you've never done this before, I highly recommend that you change these things to high performance. If you click on high performance, I'm just going to show you that it actually does work. I'm going to click on high performance and I'm going to go to change plan settings, and then I'm going to go to change advanced power settings. Now the first one over here where it says hard disk, now mine says never, yours might say 10 minutes like this or 20 minutes like this. What that means is your hard drive or your disk, your normal mechanical hard drive, will switch off after 10 or 20 minutes. You do not want a normal mechanical hard drive to stop at that time, not even your SSD. Because number one is your mechanical hard drive has a disk inside of it. If the disk stops after 10 or 20 minutes, it needs to restart spinning to be able to catch up with the PC or the machine itself that you're running. So I highly recommend you just type in 0 just like this and say apply, then click anywhere else and it's going to say never. Then it's going to say turn off hard disk after never. So your hard drive will never turn off. Where it says processor power management, minimum processor state, change this to 100%. If you're a laptop user, it's going to give you two options. It's going to say plugged in or on battery. Change them both to 100%. This one should also be on 100%, both of them, if you are a laptop user. All right, click OK, and then close out of this. Now you have a high performance power plan for your system and for your Windows itself. All right, once you're done with that, this is another thing. You need to keep your graphics card drivers up to date. So now if you are a NVIDIA user like me and you have GeForce Experience installed, GeForce Experience will let you know if there is a latest version of your graphics card drivers out, where you just click over here and it will pop up a little yellow thing over here on the side and it will tell you that there's a latest version for your graphics card. There's another way of doing this. All you need to do is go here and just type in device manager just like this, go to device manager and then go to display adapters just like this. Right click on it on your graphics card, say update drivers and say search automatically for drivers. Now it will automatically pick up if you have the latest version installed. If you do not have the latest version installed, then it will start downloading. Don't worry, all it's going to do is install the latest drivers for your graphics card. Now there's another way of doing this, is actually going to Google itself and then type in your graphics card that you have. So 2060 drivers So I'm just going to type in 2060 drivers download and press enter. Now the driver download for NVIDIA is going to come up. You click on it and it will automatically pick up what you typed in. You go to search and you're going to see the latest version for your graphics card. If you do this, this is the long way of doing this, but this is also a safe way and a better way of doing it. Go to download and install the game ready drivers, and then also select to install GeForce Experience if you do have a NVIDIA graphics card. I highly recommend you do this. Once you're done with that and you have GeForce Experience installed and you maybe pin it to your taskbar or it's in your start menu, wherever the case might be, just open it up. I'm going to show you what you're going to need to do. Now, a lot of people has told me or asked me, personally, friends of mine has asked me, why don't I play my games through this application? The reason why I don't play my games through this application is they say that these games here, or this application, makes these gameplay in better performance, and it's there to optimize the game's performance. Now, I've tried it. It does not work. Maybe you one of those lucky people and you actually play one of your games through here and the game runs perfectly smooth, then you're fine by running your games through here. But I highly recommend you rather go play your game through Steam or through Origin if you play your game on Steam or on Origin for Apex Legends. I do not play my game through this at all. I don't. It makes the game worse. I don't know why, but anyways, the reason why I have NVIDIA GeForce Experience installed is to keep my graphics card drivers up to date and to see if I have the latest drivers installed. And it will also let me know when a new driver is released. Alright, once you're done with that, we are going to go into Apex Legends and launch into Apex Legends to show you the settings that I use and settings you are going to need to use to make this game run perfectly fine. Alright, so I'm going to open up my Apex through Origin. I am an Origin user, so I'm going to open up my Apex through Origin. If you're a Steam user, just jump into Steam and go into Apex Legends. So once you opened up your Steam or your Origin and you jumped into Apex Legends, get into the main menu, go to settings, and I'm going to show you what you're going to need to do. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are in Apex Legends right now, and I'm connected to the London server. So I'm just going to say continue, and I'm going to jump into my game. Alright, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do play my game through Origin, but it does not matter if you play it through Origin or if you play it through Steam. Alright, so the first thing you're going to need to do is, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is my latest account. I made this account and now I have this account. My old account, like I said, I sold. I don't have it anymore. I sold it. I might, just might, for instance, get this account up to like level 400 and something again and then sell it. I might do that again if anyone is interested, because I got my previous account sold in 2 days. I got it sold because I had a lot of stuff for Apex Legends, a lot of heirloom legendary skins and everything, and I sold my account. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is all about FPS increase. So go to settings and then you go to video. Okay, full screen always. Then you obviously have your native aspect ratio, and then you have your resolution that you're currently running your display at. Right, brightness, I put mine at 76. It's your own personal preference, but I put mine at 76 so the game looks a little bit better and I can actually see things in game. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm also going to jump into the game to show you that I'm doing good FPS inside the game itself, not just in the lobby or in the main menu or just the menu itself. I'm going to show you that I do good FPS by playing the game as well. All right, where it says field of view, this is your own personal preference. I put mine at 110. FOV ability, so this I just put on enable. This one I put on normal, and then VSync I disable. NVIDIA reflex I put this on disable, and then the FPS adaptive resolution, FPS target I put on 0, so it's uncapped. You can cap your FPS if you want to, depends on the machine that you're currently running, but I highly recommend you put it on 0 so it will uncap your FPS and you'll do the FPS that your machine can do, right? I highly recommend you put this on TSAA, or you can put this on none, depending on the machine that you're running. So these are my settings that I'm currently running. I have a 6 gig graphics card, all right? So if you have a 6 gig graphics card, you put it on 4. If you have a 4 gig graphics card, you put it on 3 or 2 and 3. If you have a 3 gig graphics card, I highly recommend you put this at 2 or you put it at none, all right? I keep mine at 4 gigs because I have a 6 gig graphics card, all right? This one over here, texture filtering, I highly recommend you put this at 16 times. It does make the game look much better. If you are still losing FPS, then I highly recommend putting it down to about 2, and you should be good to go. I'm just going to put mine back on 16. This one over here, all right. So this is ambient occlusion quality, all right. I keep mine at high because my machine can actually run this at high without any problems. If your machine can run this at high without any problems, without any FPS loss, then I highly recommend you keep this at high. This one where it says sun shadow coverage, right? I highly recommend you put this at low, and then sun shadow detail, put this at low. This where it says spot shadow detail, people are putting this at very high and losing FPS. Trust me, you're going to lose FPS if you put this on very high. Doesn't matter what machine you are running. I highly recommend you disable this completely. You disable these two as well, and then you go from here. Where it says model detail, you obviously want your game to look good. Your model detail, obviously, you want it to look good. So you put this at high. If you have a lower end gaming PC than a 6 gig VRAM graphics card and it's not powerful enough, I highly recommend putting it at medium settings and then put these at like this. But if you have a 6 gig graphics card and it's a good graphics card and it's a newer series graphics card, then you could put this at high, put this at medium, put this at low, and put this at medium, and then apply these settings, right? So as you can see, I'm doing 144 in the lobby, okay? So I'm just going to jump into, just say arenas, and I'm going to say ready, all right? So I'm going to show you that I do really good FPS inside the game as well, not just in the lobby itself, because I had a problem that I ran into yesterday. This is why I'm making this video, is because I was doing 25 FPS while I'm selecting a weapon in arena modes. I don't know why it was happening. Maybe it could have been a bug in the game that they fixed. I don't know. But after the things I just showed you from the start to the end, after I did all of those things, my FPS got fixed. And I did this with my friend, and he followed my guidelines, and he also is doing 144 FPS with his machine. And he has a very older generation machine than me. I mean, he only has 8 gigs of RAM. He only has like a graphics card equivalent to a 1050 Ti. And he has a, I think it's a 2nd or 3rd gen CPU. I have a 9th gen with an RTX 2060, and what I don't understand is how am I doing 25 FPS with a machine that I have like this? I mean, it's a 9700K water cooled with an RTX 2060 OC overclocked, and I overclock it myself with my MSI Afterburner, and I was thinking to myself, why the hell am I doing 25 FPS? What am I running this on? You know, and I got irritated, and I went to go check out my settings on my Windows and did all the updates, updated my graphics card drivers, made sure it's up to date, and then I also changed the settings like I just showed you now in the settings over here. I also changed all these settings to this, and my game started running perfectly fine with 144 FPS.
This is a match point. Let's win or die trying. Let's use the phase runner here. It's quick and fun.
Got us some materials. Extended supply bin here. Oh, why they gotta hide the good stuff?
Look out, grenade.
Shield back here.
Taking damage.
That's some materials, amigos.
Hostile right here.
I feel ya.
Enemies are shooting at me.
Faster, faster, faster.
Grenade, watch out.
Getting shot at.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Patching myself up.
Materials, I am repairing.
Reloading. Downed that one.
Contact with hostile.
Someone's out there.
I'm down.
I am taking fire,
Going over
friends.
here.
Throw an arc star.
Look out.
Contact with target.
Taking fire.
Reload. Enemy down.
Contact with target.
Reloading.
I work hard for myself.
now repeat.